Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Reckless with WTBGold, and today we are going to talk about crafted legendaries, how to make gold with them, where to get them, and so yeah, let's go. Let's do this guide. Alright, so before we actually start talking about crafted legendaries, there are two important things you need to know about the Legion Invasion other than, like, you know, just go out and do the Legion Invasion. There are lots of cool rewards and it's fun. First, the artifact power is changing how that works. The cap on artifact power knowledge is raising from 25 to 50. And the actual artifact level cap is changing from 54 right now up to infinity. So you can get a ton of artifact knowledge just from doing your daily stuff and spamming mythics. And you can get super, mega, ultra awesome. And it's going to be really cool to see how high people get. Other than that, they're also changing the way Obliterum works. Rather than being eye level 805 to 830, all crafted blues are going to start at 835. And so it's going to take 8 Obliterum to raise them up to the new cap of 875. Long story short, everyone has an alt or two that's like still in quest blues and stuff. Like you don't really spend time every week on them. Now you can get those alts decked out in 875s, no problem, with just a little bit of gold. So that's fantastic. Everyone's going to end up buying some Obliterum gear, and I promise you, as soon as 7.2 drops, you're going to be able to sell 10 to 20 Obliterum a day. So get out there, get farming your eyes out, and also it's worth noting you might want to flip some of it. Don't look at your server. If it's cheap, go for flipping. You probably won't go wrong. Beyond that, let's get talking about the legendaries. There are 4 legendaries introduced in patch 7.2, and there is one for each profession. So you've got cloth shoulder, leather feet, mail hands, and plate wrist. Now, I've got to go on a rant real quick because Blizzard, it seems like Blizzard was playing Mad Libs here. Like they were having some fun with a thesaurus. So the cloth piece, the thing for tailors, you guys make Columbra the Knight's Dichotomy. Now, the Knight's Dichotomy, the opposite of night is just daytime. I mean, so it's Columbra the Sun. It's kind of a boring name, though. For leatherworkers, you guys have the Sentinel's Eternal Refuge. Now, a refuge is a place you temporarily go to get away from danger. If you're eternally there, there's never a chance of danger. So, I mean, is it really still a refuge? But then again, for a Sentinel, you want to be up high, so if you, like, danger is down low on the ground. So the only place that is eternally up high, like, you could call a mountain a temporary refuge because you can shoot your arrows down at the ground, but the only place that's like, you're never going to get attacked from the ground is the sky. So you've got Columbra the Sky, the Sentinel Sky. For male, you guys have Vigilance Perch, which is a great name. I love that name. But again, a perch is somewhere up high that you can look down on people from, and a vigilance implies looking out, keeping a watchful eye over someone, protecting someone, but it also kind of implies this, like, doing it at your own, despite yourself. Like, you can't help but look out for someone. It's also a synonym for, like, insomnia, like sleeplessness. You can't help but be watchful. So the only place that you couldn't help but perch and be watchful over someone would be the sky. So you've got Columbra the Sky, the Sentinel Sky, just the sky, and then you've got the only thing that doesn't let you fly. By the way, these legendaries let you fly, and they all have 3 gem slots, and they're all BOE. I don't think I said that yet for some reason. We've got the Plate Waste, Rethu's Incessant Courage. I love this because courage implies doing something that you have a chance of getting hurt. Like there's risk involved. You could be hurt, or you could die, or you could lose something, and you do it anyway. You do it regardless, and that's courage. Well, if you're incessantly courageous, like if you can't help but take a risk, and you can't help but do something that could harm you, you're not really courageous anymore. You're more stupid or sadistic or a gambling addict. So what this piece does is it heals you for a percentage of your life every second or 3 seconds or something. What I wish it did, because if you have a gambling addiction, how's the only way you don't go broke there? How's the only way you don't die? If you're borrowing money from your friends or your family or something like that. So what I wish this did was reduce everyone's health around you by like 1% every second or every 3 seconds, and then heal you up for that amount that you hurt the other people. That's what I wish, but Blizzard probably isn't going to do that. But it would lead to some really cool group dynamics and rating dynamics, and it could do some really cool stuff for the game. But that's my rant. Thank you for listening to me. I had to. This is the only opportunity I'm going to get. So let's talk about how to make this. There's 4 or 5 steps involved, depending on what you qualify as a step. But there's a Legion Invasion portion, a raid boss portion, there's a dungeon portion, another Legion Invasion portion, and then just playing the game and gathering materials, a farming portion. So, for the first step, the Legion Invasion step, there's a guy at Deliverance Point who this is on the Broken Shore. You'll meet him in your first hour of doing Legion Invasion quests, and he helps you kind of set up Deliverance Point as kind of a group garrison, kind of like how we did with the Isle of Thunder intro, how everyone committed so many resources and the garrison got upgraded there. So one of the things you need to build there is the Nether Disruptor. As soon as the Nether Disruptor is complete, it takes a lot of questing for everyone on your server to get this. Once you open this up, it opens up an NPC named Elizer Hammerbeard, and he sends you on a quest to go kill some old raid bosses. Everyone has to do different bosses, but it's just a nice little quest chain. For blacksmiths, you need to get a crate of ancient hammers or something like that, and you combine 4 or 5 different hammers from raid bosses and dungeon bosses together to create this crate of hammers. So that's the raiding portion. There's also a Legion Invasion current content portion, and this is called Nether Shard Essence. Every legendary needs 1 Nether Shard to be crafted, and you turn in Nether Shards, which you get from just doing the Legion Invasion world quests, or killing the bosses, or just farming demons. You can just farm one of these up. It'll take you a while. But it takes 8,000 Nether Shards to get one of these from the vendor. There's also another way to get it. You can get empty Fel Essence vessels, and then you upgrade that with Fel Essence that you get from killing final Legion Invasion world quest bosses. And you turn the empty Fel Essence vessel into a Fel Essence vessel. Then you upgrade that, and you turn it into a Fel Essence file, which again just means bottle, just like vessel. And then you turn you turn the Fel Essence file into a Fel Essence phylactery, which doesn't mean bottle this time. A phylactery is like a box that Jewish men put on their head, and it's got incense. I turned that Jewish man into an Italian. And then you upgrade the Fel Essence Phylactery into a Nether Shard Essence. And then you go take dialect coach lessons. So beyond that, there are also just playing the game a lot. You need 65 Blood of Sargeras for each of these, which translates into, but depending on what it could convert to on your server, that's between 13,000 and 40,000 worth of Blood of Sargeras, which is kind of your floor for these. Like on super high pop servers, you're probably never going to see one of these legendaries for less than 15 to 40k. Beyond that, there's also the crafting gear portion. For the cloth one, it takes 125 imbued silk weave. That's about 1,500 gold worth of silk weave. For the leather, it takes 250 stonehide leather. That's about 1,000 to 1,500 gold worth of stonehide leather. For the mail, it's 250 storm scale, which is about 2,000 to 1,500 storm scale. And then for the plate, it's 125 demon steel bars. That's 15,000 worth, not 1,500. Blizzard, you missed a decimal point. But that's how you get these: the farming reagent, the playing the game reagent, the raiding reagent, and the Legion Invasion reagent. All together gets you, after a lot of time and finishing the Legion Invasion intro, gets you a legendary that you can sell for. Honestly, if you're one of the first people to craft these, you can sell these for pretty much whatever you want. But I'd expect them to eventually fall down to around 50 to 100k, leaving a little bit of profit in there. But everyone can do this, so sell these quickly. Now, other side notes for people really interested in gold making. Everyone's going to be trying to make these, and the first thing you're going to do when you see the materials used to make it is just go out and buy those materials. So there's going to be lots of silk sold on the auction house, a lot of imbued silk weave. There's going to be lots of ore and leather and storm scale being sold, so expect a big boost in demand for those. The price is going to increase. Also, the price is going to increase for herbs because since it requires a lot of blood of Sargeras, people aren't going to be as willing to trade in their blood of Sargeras to the blood of Sargeras vendor. So you're going to have a lot less herbs and Fraggle Rock and Foxflower up on the auction house, maybe fewer potions of prolonged power. So if you want to skip all this legendary crafting and just sell herbs and ore and cloth, good on you. You'll probably make more money than the people who actually craft the legendaries. Especially since it requires a raiding event, you can only make one a week. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you make a lot of gold from this. I hope you learned some things and enjoyed watching some PTR footage. And that's it. I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Make sure to subscribe. And you know what? Give me some jokes down in the comment. Give me your best pun, stupid, facepalm jokes because I'm running out. I need some new WoW jokes. I'll see you guys later.